All right, you may be seated. Well, before we begin, I do want to welcome everyone. This is only the third annual Fayette County Public Schools summer graduation, and it's one that's really special to me. I was telling the graduates right before we started that I was actually a summer graduate, and just the time and the effort that went into all of these young people getting to this place today is special no matter the time. And it's one of the things that I always remember my grandfather used to tell me before he passed away. He said, people forget how fast you did a job, but they always remember how well you did it. And we want to celebrate these graduates, this milestone in their lives. And as we get ready to turn the page here into 24-25 school year, really recognize them. And we have some graduates who've triumphed over some hardships. We've actually got one who completed this summer. They completed their high school in 3 years, 3 years in a summer, because they wanted to go ahead and get done and start their next journey in their life. So there's a lot of different stories that are sitting here today, and I want to thank not only our graduates, but I want to thank all of you all for being here. My name is James McMillan. I am the Chief School Leadership Officer for high schools, which is a long way of saying that I oversee all of the high schools and programs and support the principals. So real quick, I do want to give a little introduction to our speakers today. I know we've added some seats, so I didn't have everybody down here, but I do want to recognize Mr. Lester Diaz, and I want to thank him. Would you please stand, Mr. Diaz? He gave us this auditorium for today and will be giving our keynote address and message to the graduates. I also want to, I think he's down at the end, give a shout out to Mr. Salyers, who, where's he at? Oh, he's right here. Will you stand, Mr. Salyers? He will be reading the graduates' names. He works out of the high school office as well. As always, I want to give a shout out to our amazing board members. Today, representing the board is Vice Chair Amy Green, who will lead you all through the turning of the tassel. And I do want to give her a special shout out because when Dr. Liggins and I first talked about having a summer graduation, and I want to say this is just the third one. She was on the board at the time and was very, very helpful in making sure that the ceremony took place. And so I want to thank her and the Board of Education for that. And then last but not least is myself. I also want to have all of the principals and any of the educators that are in the room today, if you will go ahead and stand. I want to thank you for being here. So all of the principals, assistant principals, any teachers that showed up today, you all have helped guide the ship for these graduates, and I do want to thank you and recognize all of you all for being here. This is typically a shorter graduation ceremony, but like I said, it's one of the most important for me. And so with that being said, I want to talk about two things real quick. This is being filmed, and they have promised me that for those of you all, just like all of our ceremonies, it will be uploaded to our YouTube page by Friday. So if you had people who couldn't be here today, you'll have access to that, and it will be up on the YouTube Facebook page by Friday. And then second, we do have our photographer here. She's here in the front. She'll be taking pictures of the graduates. So graduates, as you stop, get your diploma, you're going to take a little pause, face this direction. We're going to get your picture taken. My administrative assistant, Miss Ward, who I think is in here somewhere, helped put together the ceremony. She will be emailing the graduates with the details on how to get the pictures from today's ceremony. With that being said, I would like to bring to the podium Mr. Lester Diaz, who has got the message to the graduates.
Thank you, Dr. McMillan. Thank you for the opportunity to host this event. Thank you for the opportunity to speak at this event. Having this chance to exercise my voice and share some of my wisdom with the graduates and everyone in the auditorium is not something I take lightly, and really, really appreciate that opportunity. I feel a sense of joy in the room. I feel some positive energy. There's a lot of love. I feel like you need to hear a heartfelt congratulations for what you've accomplished. And the pride and joy that you feel in your heart is echoed by the people surrounding you. Because in the auditorium, as you look around, these folks have been supporting you your entire life. They've been with you every step. And now they get to share this moment with you. So there's a lot of positive energy. There's a lot of love. There's just a deep sense of joy. Congratulations. Today is significant. It's extremely significant because of what it stands for, because of what it means. In the United States right now, a high school graduate will earn significantly more money than a high school dropout. According to Northeastern University, the average salary for a high school graduate is $42,000. A non-high school graduate's average salary is $32,000. That translates to a difference of about $9,500 per year. If we assume the average employee works 40 years, you will out-earn a non-graduate by being a graduate within your lifetime for a total of $380,000. So I think that is significant, noteworthy, and it really helps you stand out. This accomplishment is something that you should hold dear and cherish. But that's not the end of your story. I'm going to have a visual to help me kind of explain what I mean. I believe you have limitless potential. I believe you have limitless potential because your generation innovates like no one other. This group of young people have grown in a different environment than even folks like myself. The way that you adapt, the way that you learn, the way that you reconcile and problem solve, the empathy, the connections that you make, the way that technology, I don't think there was a smartphone when I was your age. I think that came out after the fact. Now, not only were you born in an era with smartphones, you have artificial intelligence that assists you and can help you. Some artificial intelligence are coming out in glasses and earbuds. There's so many things that you're going to use at your disposal to grow and push our economy, our society, this generation to the forefront. So I'm going to ask Ms. Mills. Testing. I'm going to ask Ms. Mills. I got this old 25-foot measure from the custodial office, and I'm going to stop right at 20 feet because the math works. Okay? All right, so 20 feet is right here where I'm standing. Okay? Now hang in there. You guys, you're all high school graduates, so you should be able to do a little bit of math, right? If 20 feet would equate to the human lifespan, right now in America, you're looking at about 78 to 80 years. 0, where Ms. Mills is standing, would be birth. This is the end of your lifespan. Dr. Orr, if you would please stand at the 5-foot mark. And if you look carefully, there is a line before the 5-foot mark that would represent 18. So assuming that you guys are at 18 or right at 18, that's where you are in your lifespan right now. And this is the thing that you've accomplished. You've done something hard, you've done something great. But because of the limitless potential that I believe you have, look at how much more you can accomplish. Look at how much more time you have in front of you to do some amazing things. We, quite frankly, need your generation to accept this challenge and lead us into the future. Take a look at all this space. Take a look at all this time. Accept the challenge. Go forth into the world. Be of good courage. Render to no one evil for evil. And let the lessons learned in Fayette County Public Schools guide you throughout the next stage of your life. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And thank you, Mr. Diaz. It's one of the reasons why I always ask him to speak at some of these things. He always does an excellent job and really bringing home a story, and I appreciate his leadership. With that being said, I'm going to invite Mr. Chris Salyers to the podium, and we are going to get right to conferring of the diplomas. I do want to say, and I'm going to go ahead while he's on his way up here, we do have some cupcakes and water available. I know some of you all have planned some type of meal, so maybe you don't want dessert before you want that meal afterwards, but please know that after the ceremony has concluded and I finished with some closing remarks, we do have a light snack out there for everyone. So, Mr. Salyers, if you'll come to the podium, and Miss Amy Green, if you will join me at the diplomas, we will begin the conferring of this year's 2024 graduates.
All right, ready, guys? First row, if you'll stand up for me, please. All right, the moment we've all waited for. Carlos Aranda Bonilla. Catherine Ayala. Zoe Baker Markland. Trenton Barnes. Andrea Centeno. Aviana Corsino. Elvandre Dunn. Anthony Escoto Mia. Okay, you may be seated, first row. Second row, if you'd stand up for me, please. Tyler Gayhart. Jerica Hill. Julia Mejia Lara. Antonio Benitez. Roni Revelario Vasquez. Brian Saldivar Verdin. Alexander Spalt. Deonquay Stevenson. Vadem Zavala Vasquez. Okay, second row, you may have a seat. Third row, if you'd stand, please. Ashley Vasquez. Rodolfo Gomez. All right. At this time, I invite Vice Chair of the Board, Ms. Amy Green, for the turning of the task.
All right, it is time now. So graduates, you would like to stand, please. And we are so excited that you are now graduated from high school. So if you will take your tassel on the right and turn it to the left. Congratulations.
All right, I want you all to keep standing. As I told the audience here when I kicked this off, this is, again, one of my favorite ceremonies. And I know it's short, but I want you all to now turn to the audience, turn around, look out at your family and friends that are gathered, and let's give it up for the accomplishments of these young people. There's been a lot of work to get here, and kind of stealing from Mr. Diaz, you all have a journey ahead of you all. So with that being said, I do want to, again, in my closing comments, invite everyone out for some cupcakes and water. I do know, because at least one of you all did not have your diploma in there yet. We're going to get that to you, because I know we had a late graduate, not even, I think it was even just maybe even last week, so we'll get that to you all. With that being said, I want to thank everyone. And do we have a graduate that just arrived? What is the name of that? Because we're going to recognize everybody. So Mariah Buster, give it up for Mariah Buster again. All righty. Well, thank you again for coming out. We're going to have some cupcakes and some water outside, and I know I need to see at least one or two of you all about the diploma. So come up and see me if there was an error on that. So thank you so much. Graduates, if you will lead us out here from the back, and we can play the pomp and circumstance again. We're going to follow those graduates out after they get out of here. So thank you so much for being here.